In celebrating Actualize Consulting's 10-year anniversary, our firm wants to give back to the industry community through our knowledge-sharing sessions. These sessions will provide the latest information in the capital markets and mortgage and fixed income spaces, with the goal of ensuring that our expertise and commitment drive your firm's success. Today's knowledge-sharing series is all about data, specifically mortgage industry data, within the MISMO reference model. For this discussion, we will be touching on 4 topics. What is MISMO? What are the benefits of using the MISMO reference model? How do you use the MISMO reference model? And finally, how Actualize Consulting can support your organization through our MISMO offering of services. So let's start with the basics of what is MISMO. MISMO stands for Mortgage Industry Standard Maintenance Organization, which is a wholly owned subsidiary of the Mortgage Bankers Association. MISMO is a governing body and consortium that leads the mortgage industry standards definitions to enable B2B electronic transfer through use of XML. The mission of MISMO is to benefit all segments of the industry through fostering an open volunteer process to develop, promote, and maintain data exchange procedures and standards. As the mortgage industry moves towards using the MISMO standards, we want to point out some key benefits. One key benefit is faster business-to-business processing. Using the MISMO, organizations can significantly reduce process time technology, enhancements, and streamline processing. Another use of MISMO is to improve consistency and accuracy by removing ambiguities within data exchange processes. The MISMO standards also enable the organizations to conduct business using the same language, resulting in operational efficiencies in a rapidly changing mortgage environment. Freddie Mac and Fannie Mae's regulator, FHFA, recently mandated the 2 organizations to align and use the MISMO standard. For organizations who conduct business with the GSEs, these standards are now a need rather than a nice to have. In effect, the industry is moving more quickly to adopt the MISMO standards. So now that we have discussed what is MISMO and the benefits, let's dive into how MISMO's reference model and the logical data dictionary. The MISMO model is a comprehensive set of data points and containers supporting the mortgage loan lifecycle that includes underwriting, mortgage insurance application, credit reporting, flood and title insurance, property appraisal, loan delivery, product and pricing, loan servicing that includes investor reporting, loss mitigation and bankruptcy, as well as secondary mortgage market reporting. The MISMO reference model is published and viewed as an XML schema document and an Excel workbook. We will refer to the XML as the reference model and the Excel workbook as the logical data dictionary throughout the series. The logical data dictionary contains an alphabetical list of each data point, container, attribute, container relationships, and data points and containers that have been deprecated or retired. Beginning with the data point, a data point is the term name. The term name must comply with MISMO naming conventions and end with a MISMO class word. This class word indicates the category of data to which the term name belongs. Some examples are name, date, type, or amount. The use of abbreviations in MISMO term names is generally prohibited in order to ensure broad understanding of the term name across the industry. However, MISMO does maintain a list of approved acronyms that can be used in term names and definitions. Each MISMO data point has an industry-approved standard description of the data point which can be somewhat generic, as many data points are used in more than one mortgage industry process. Data points that end with the class word type always include a list of valid values, also called enumerations. Their valid values are listed in alphabetical order and must comply with the MISMO naming conventions. Each data point has an associated context column. The context specifies the number of times the data point is used and where the data point is used in the reference model. Similar to data points, the MISMO reference model has an alphabetical list of all the containers. Each container is expressed in all caps, with underscores joining each word, and has an industry standard description of the container. The containers also have a context providing the similar information as discussed with the data points. Navigation through the reference model is called the XPath. The XPath location is expressed as relative to the root container, called message, and moves through each successive child container until the desired endpoint is reached, that is, the container providing the data points. The Logical Data Dictionary provides a listing in alphabetical order of data points and containers which have been retired or changed due to updated versions of the model. This portion of the Logical Data Dictionary is called Deprecated Containers and Data Points. The information is highly useful to MISMO reference model users who have used previous versions. It allows those users to identify and find early version data points or containers to identify the new data point name or container name. Now that we have a good basic understanding about MISMO, the organization, the reference model, and the Logical Data Dictionary, let's discuss how ActualizeConsulting can assist your organization to conduct a data transformation from current state to the MISMO industry standard. Our firm supports the entire life cycle of a project in order to conduct data transformation to the MISMO standard. However, we offer our services in components, depending on where your organization needs the assistance. The first component is strategic planning. ActualizeConsulting conducts a current state assessment and gap analysis. Our seasoned consultants will provide a future state view within a strategic roadmap that defines the steps your organization needs to take in order to transform from current state to the MISMO standard. The next component is business and data analysis. This includes rationalization of the current systems in order to get a unique list of data. This rationalized data set is mapped to the MISMO reference model, including constraints, implementation rules, and guidelines, resulting in your organization's XML standard schema of required data points. Additional services include business process redesign and the development of business requirements. The third component is solution execution, which includes refining the data requirements, defining system requirements, designing the technical solution, developing your organization's physical model, and conducting architectural deliverables and reviews. Additional services include product reviews and implementation, as well as data warehousing, data management, and BI tool execution for reporting using the MISMO standardized dataset. One of the most critical aspects of any data transformation project is business migration and adoption. Our firm provides guidance and direction to assist in the adoption and rollout of the MISMO data transformation effort. We conduct an adoption strategy assessment and deliver the recommended approach to support both internal and external transformation efforts. Our consultants conduct a needs assessment and analysis of impacts and can provide training materials to support both internal and external parties at multiple levels, spanning from senior management to the operations staff and technology resources. Business migration and adoption is one of the key critical components, since adoption begins when the transformation project begins and continues throughout the entire project. As part of this process, communication and information are critical to the success of your organization's transformation to the MISMO standards. The mortgage industry is ever changing, either due to market or economic changes, or due to major players within the market such as Freddie Mac and Fannie Mae, through direction from their regulators. Shortening the cycle of changes and managing those cycles is imperative, and the use of standards assist organizations to use a single language to conduct electronic business with less ambiguity and more accuracy. ActualizeConsulting is an industry expert in both the mortgage lifecycle processes, as well as an active participant in MISMO working groups, education, and strategy, thus able to support organizations who need to transform from their current state to the MISMO standard in order to achieve the required stages and be able to meet the deadlines required for faster speed to market. This segment was brought to you by ActualizeConsulting, a professional services firm specializing in business process engineering and technology implementations for financial institutions. For more information, visit www.actualizeconsulting.com.